100%, yeah.
Ravi, where is he? Hi, Ravi.
Hi.
Nice meeting you.
Thank you. Hi,
Hey.
Jaap. Finally, good to see
Legend
you.
Good to see you too. How are you?
Good, I'm good.
Yeah?
Last
Good.
met you in 2001.
Yeah, I know, yeah, I remember you.
Started supporting United in 1988. So this was a 1988 jersey.
Old stuff. I love the old Adidas ones.
Yes.
Amazing.
Nice, yeah?
Yeah. I do travel to UK a lot
Yeah.
to see United games.
Okay.
What was the biggest game that you went to watch? Like a derby or?
I think the biggest game was last season. I won a contest whereby I was fortunate enough to go for the Manchester versus Liverpool game.
Oh, you were
Yes.
there. Amazing.
So I went for the game, and well, even though we had 2 injuries in the first half, I think we pulled our weight well, and we should have won.
Yeah,
The Scousers were just lucky, I would say.
Lucky.
Yeah.
like always.
Keep hearing
Yeah,
that.
like
huh?
always, yeah.
Yeah.
Keep hearing that
And
word.
they'll be
It's
waiting for
okay.
30 years, so they can wait another 30 years. That's all I know.
I'll pretend I didn't hear that.
Oh yeah, Liverpool supporter. Oh, I'm sorry about that.
No, it's fine.
Of course, I'm hoping to catch maybe a grand final one of these days when United qualifies.
Yeah, you might be waiting a bit.
Well, I don't know. It could be a Europa Cup
Yeah,
final or
yeah,
maybe
yeah.
a Carabao Cup final.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
hopefully,
Yeah,
Yeah, that
sure.
would be great, isn't it?
definitely.
Yeah.
Saying, what do you think of United at the moment, then?
As a fan of United since '88, that means nearly 30 over years. I think United fans need to be patient because we have gone through three different managers ever since Sir Alex. So we need to be patient. We need to give time. Because when you go through a certain manager, cultures change and the methodology and how a team operates different. Every new manager coming in will bring their own set of ways to go about playing. So I feel that Ole is really trying to set it straight, bring it back to how it was previously. It's not easy. It's never easy. I mean, Sir Alex was there for so many years and he built it up. So to build up something is not easy, but to bring it down is very fast. So I'm not saying that 3 managers actually brought it down. They had their own style. What we require is consistency. And I think giving support, giving chance, it will happen.
Did United invest a lot of money this season or not?
They invested, but I would say they invested on the right players, if you ask me. I mean, previous season, they did invest quite a lot. But the problem is, whenever they invested in a certain player, when a new manager comes in, he gets sold off. So that's a lot of wasted money. And to me, I feel that why don't give that player a bit more chance?
Do you think that as a club as United, do they need to have their own philosophy in playing? Or is it up to the manager every time in making his choice in playing a certain system?
I would say United should have their own philosophy. Of course, the manager has got every right to impose a bit of changes here and there. But when there's too much wholesale changes, it affects the team. And it affects the fans as well, because it's so heartbreaking that we have gone through so much success. And when the success is not down there, it only rubs on to the fans. So I feel pitiful from the fans' point of view. But then fans also need to understand being a manager is not going to be easy. And just being there at the dugout and then trying to relay what you need to do on the field. It's the players on the field that's supposed to do
I
the
think
work.
so.
Yeah, you have experiences in that, don't
No,
you?
I'm asking it because if you're like Mourinho when he came, and Moyes before that, you know, he's got his own philosophy of playing. He brings in players that he wants to work with and then to play, and his backroom staff as well. Eventually, because we're talking about Ole needs to have his time, which is correct, but every manager needs to have time, of course, to build. And then, but Moyes comes in, brings in his players. Okay, it's not working out. He's going to go away. Mourinho comes in, different way of playing, maybe different thoughts. The players from Moyes cannot adapt to his way of playing, so he needs to have different players. Van Gaal comes in,
And he has his
different
own
way of playing.
yeah.
The players that are there are not the players that he wants or what he can play his system with. So players need to go, you know, different players need to come in. So if you look at these 3 managers, a lot of money is being spent.
Yeah.
If you have your own philosophy in a way of playing, do you then look at a certain manager thinking, okay, you know, we're looking for a manager that can play roughly this style of football, and then there's always room for detail, for changing. Wingers on the inside, on the outside, dropping in, playing high up, fullbacks high up, low. You can always change a little bit, but maybe then you don't need to change a lot of players.
That's true.
Is that a case then of sort of losing his identity throughout the years?
Well, you're losing a little bit.
Yeah.
With Sir Alex, it was, of course, he had his own way of playing, and he's been there for years and years and years and years. So he didn't, like every year, he didn't need to make a lot of changes. It was only like looking at the squad. Certain players eventually, maybe, you know, they're not good enough anymore, so I need to make 2 or maybe 3 changes. So, but the majority of players stay the same, so you don't need to change a lot in the way of playing. You only need to teach maybe 1 or 2 players, you know, you need to adapt and you need to do like this for myself when I joined them. So it makes at certain times something easy. The thing that's dangerous, I think, is that a club wants to have success. They bring in a manager. The manager's got his own way of playing. You need to change a lot, and every time you need to change everything.
I agree. I think it's too short-term thinking though.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
definitely.
you know, because they want to have that success, they want to go and they want to end up there. They want to win trophies.
Yeah.
So they bring in somebody, but that somebody who comes in says, "Yeah, okay, I want to coach. I want to be the manager, but I want to play like this, and I want to have this player, I want to have this player, I want to have that player, I want to have this player." That means that a lot of other players from the squad, I can't. I'm not using him, not using him, not using him, not using him. And they just paid fortunes for that player, and also in wages they need to pay a lot of money.
Yeah.
I mean, out of interest, Jaap, did you ever suspect that Ole would go on to be a manager when he was playing?
Well, when he was me, it was because I was bunking with him as well when we played together, you know, in hotels when we played away, and he always spoke about football. You know, he was always like watching football programs on television, and you know, and I said sometimes, "Come on, let's take it off, and we're going to watch a film because I'm fed up with this game. You know, I want to relax a little bit." And I said, "No, I want to see it. I want to see what they're saying. I want to see what he's doing, and we need to look at this." And you know, so I always had the thought that he was going to go into management, in football.
Interesting, man.
Among the strikers that you have played with, who do you find the most difficult?
It's a question that's been asked quite a few times, and every time I'm going to give a different answer. So everybody was difficult. No. I've played with one striker at my period at PSV, and I played against him as well, and he's the best striker I've played, or maybe player I've played with. But also, if you're not sharp enough yourself, the most difficult player to play against, and that's Brazilian Ronaldo.
Oh, okay, all right.
Do you know him?
You can't argue
Do you know
with
him?
that. We
He's
can't
a
argue with
phenomenon.
that.
He's a phenomenon, yeah. And when he played at PSV, he was very young, and he already before the season he said, "Well, this season I'm going to score 34 goals." Everybody and all it was like, "Okay, this guy's crazy from Brazil." I think he scored 34, 36 or whatever goals. You know, and it was to see him, and on the ball he was just as quick as off the ball as well. You know, his dribbling and his balance and everything, and his movement was unbelievable. And then after that he went to Barcelona and he did it again over there. He's like unpredictable, you know, he's a type of striker. Some strikers you know and you can already read, he's always doing this. If he's in this situation, he's always going to pull back, or he's always going to have a shot or whatever. But with him, you never knew what he was going to do because he was that good with his feet on the ball, his movement, his trickery, his pace. But he was a fantastic player. He was very good.
Oh, this is a picture that I took with you back in 2001.
That's legendary, isn't it?
Which is...
I've got a bit more hair.
And
oh, nice.
Wow.
this, yes.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So that's match 1?
Yeah, it's match 1.
Oh, wow.